Major League Soccer Player Association partnership, and the new Genesis League Soccer and Genesis League Sports.
MLSPA.
Yep.
Yeehaw.
Do you and you know what's funny is we were talking the other night about it, and we were, one of my holdups was partnering with the league, and then both of us agreed, like, why wouldn't you just partner with the player association? Like, and then we both thought that was a great idea, and then all of a sudden, good day to you, Tim. What's up, brother?
Yep. And I was also just saying, like, like the video game aspect of the league, like, that we were just talking about, not doing like what we were doing with Imagine Dragons, like not being on billboards,
like
in the stadium. integrating it where
doing
it makes
gaming,
sense.
doing NFTs, doing all the stuff that we're good at.
Name. Yep.
Yeah,
So
I love it.
It was really great. I think it was really great. I think it's really a massive, I think this is even more massive than Warner. I feel like this is going to be like a lot more energy coming into this. Like, I feel like with Warner, with
we'll do that in a second.
With that partnership, it's very much depends on who that next person is, right? Like that comes into play, their following, and it's going to take some time to build up to something like bigger than a person or two, like a Waka or whatever. But here, this is like the beautiful game.
Soccer's eternal.
Yeah, soccer's eternal. Soccer's the
football.
The most fans of any sport in the world is soccer. And it was just kind of interesting to see, like, a lot of people really understand how big this was for Splinterlands, the company, and Splinterlands, the game, and then other people who were so easy to dismiss it, or get hung up on the fact that, I'm a soccer fan, but, I watch the Premier League, and American soccer can go, F itself. But that's like beyond the point. Like, the point is like, this is a stepping stone. It's also, I think people get hung up on the fact that, like, you don't even have to necessarily be a fan of soccer, but if you are a fan of soccer, even if it's just Premier League, you should still be a fan of a card game based around soccer. That is, the fact that it's based around real people that you might not necessarily know or follow is irrelevant. Like, it's still an awesome, like, crypto soccer game that you can play and do well with and never watch any of the soccer anyway. Like, I've been playing fantasy football for a long time, but like over the last like 3 or 4 years, I don't watch any games. I don't ever watch any football games ever. I get second in my league or third in my league all the time, by just crunching numbers, stats, like whatever. And that's fun for me. Like, that's the fun part of the game for me. Like, I don't need to watch the game, see how it plays out. Like, I like to crunch the numbers, crunch the stats. So I think it's like, this game can be approached in a lot of different ways. And if you're a fan of soccer, fan of football, you should be a fan of crypto. You should be a fan of this automatically, whether or not this is your league or not. I mean, that's, to me, is such a silly.
And if you fall in the other category, which is like me, who honestly couldn't care less about
sports,
anything like that,
of anything, period.
Like, I mean, that's relatively close to accurate.
Pretty close.
But I'm a huge fan of Splinterlands, and I'm a huge fan of the Hive Blockchain. And knowing the potential of this, I'm on it 100%. I couldn't care less about it, but I know that the potential's there, and I'm looking at it more as like, hey, it's a game. I could have fun, but it's a play to earn game, and hopefully we'll get assets being an SPS holder. So, okay, so we're going to just run through the notes that Splinterlands put up here, So hold on, let me. All these little notes here. Genesis League Soccer, Splinterlands, and MLSPA partnership. Here's the high-level summary. New project will be a play-to-earn soccer game that will be built in partnership with the Major League Soccer Players Association. and that is the American Association, correct, Gank?
Yeah, Major League Soccer is the league, the American League. That's like there's the there's a New York team, an LA team, I want to say LA Galaxy,
Right.
New York. I don't know what New York's team is, but there's a team in in a
DC,
lot of the
they have one.
exactly.
LA,
There's
yeah.
And from what I gathered from attendance, like actual live attendance at the stadiums is averaging around 23,000 per contest, which is pretty good.
23,000 is nothing.
There's definitely a lot of contests, Major Leagues Baseball, and some other ones that are probably not averaging that much. But yeah, so what's also very interesting here is that second highlight there. Deal was
I was about to read this.
Team.
Yeah, I was going to let you comment on one, and then I was going to move on.
Ahead.
Deal was made through one team organization, managed players associations through NFL, MLB, WNBA, rugby, etc. This soccer platform is only the first stepping stone for growing into other platforms and leagues. Yeah, this is probably the most important one.
Yeah, and what's really important here too is that one team, the organization that manages the Major League Soccer Players Association rights, also manages the rights for other teams as well. I think those ones listed there, the NFL, Major League Baseball, I actually think they also manage some of the European soccer players as well. I haven't dived into one team yet, so I don't know anything for sure what I'm saying right now, but I do recall. I do
Just
recall.
Full disclosure, everybody.
No. They mentioned this in town hall. Whether it was the NFL, Major League Baseball, WNBA. I remember rugby being in there.
Well, this is, to my knowledge, this is one team's second big step into this arena, because they gave, or I think it's the third actually. They gave Upland the rights to do NFL Players Association NFTs on Upland back in January, and they launched that, and it was pretty cool how they did it, but it definitely didn't add anything to the game other than really credibility and some new viewers. But this is a whole different ball game. This is completely different, because it is integrating the players, the cards, the NFTs into a game that's play to earn, that's similar to Splinterlands. So
I mean, it's legitimately like making player cards that are now we're actually using all the real players of the league into play to earn. And I mean, that is a fascinating model for other teams, other leagues to embrace and want to become part of. And every game that's created for other leagues under other games is going to be slightly different, right? So I mean, everything will be unique, just like there'll be some similarities with how the soccer game is played with as Splinterlands, I'm sure, like where it's you set your hand and then it's an auto battle.
Team.
Yeah,
and that's what is leveled up, and they each have striker or defense, or there'll
be different legendaries, different levels. Yeah, so I think we'll see a lot and understand a lot of similarities, but that it'll still be unique for each different version of the game. I think it's just like one team is like the agent for Major League Soccer. And so the fact that all these other leagues have the same agent, if you will, makes it for a very, it's like a warm open for all of these other leagues.
A lot of potential.
It's a lot of potential.
If it goes well, something else is coming.
Right. It's not cold calling now. It's just it's like a warm call, or, hey, let's get the next one. Who's interested? Let's do this.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think it's a smart play, and we already know the structure of Splinterlands cards and how they work in the gameplay. It works. Leveling them up, the gold foil, having different leagues in Splinterlands, having different leagues in the Genesis Soccer League. I mean, there's a lot of things they can do, and I think it's a natural fit, and I think it's freaking brilliant. So I'm excited. Let's keep going.
It's massive. It's massive. Ginormous.
Genesis platform will be modeled after the Splinterlands platform. We kind of just talked about that. Will run on Hive Blockchain. Will run its own set of validator nodes and its own token associated with the platform. So the best thing here is that Hive, and Gank, this plays to what we talked about the other day on one of our streams.
This could have been the run up that you said was feeling different.
Yeah, the people that they knew what was coming, they were, acquiring Hive because there was a lot of movement that didn't fully pull back. And even, I think we'll continue to see that all the way through October. As new people hear about it, especially big soccer fans that want to get involved that are crypto, that it could be a big thing there. So that is interesting. I think it's good to disassociate. Like, you don't want SPS as your token for this thing, so it's good to diversify everything. So so my man Legendary says hold Hive. Yeah, one thing I'm doing is dumping Hive and SPS into liquidity pool. That's where I'm saving mine right now. Not financial advice, of course. This is an exciting opportunity for the team to continue to expand the ecosystem and bring in new investors. That's awesome. Rather than let another company take this opportunity, the team wanted to take advantage of the exposure. It will lead to even more opportunities, like we just talked about. Gank, that is your point exactly right there. Right. Since the Splinterlands team is creating the platform, the Splinterlands team will have a say in how the economy is designed and how they can create value for Splinterlands asset holders. That's huge. Splinterlands has two separate teams to allow for this work to be done in tandem with what is being done on Splinterlands as well. That's freaking awesome. That's freaking awesome.
Yep. Yeah.
Splinterlands asset holder benefits. Here's some other notes from Town Hall. There will be an airdrop for all SPS stakers. Will be a token airdrop that is for the whole platform, not just the soccer platform. That's awesome because they didn't mention this here, but Genesis League Soccer is just one aspect of Genesis League Sports. Right. Let's see if they mention it down here. Yeah, so Genesis League Sports is kind of the parent company of all of these potential partnerships that come through one team. So, NFL,
Genesis
EA.
League Sports or Genesis GLS, Genesis League Sports, is the platform. Mm-hmm. Genesis League Soccer is just the first
game
on the game on the platform. Exactly.
And that's brilliant how they're setting it up. It's just they're doing a good job here. Team teased a 6-month to 12-month long airdrop. Interesting. That wouldn't be bad, huh? We like those.
It sounds similar to
SPS.
Yep.
Value created for SPS token holders will be through Splinterlands services that are built around SPS modeling. Service examples allow payments, account management, customer support. Third-party developers will be able to use any of these services, which would then create more utility for SPS. That's dope. As more and more platforms are built, more and more new investors will join the ecosystem and benefit everyone. Heck yes. Pack sale will begin in October. Start saving. Need to wait till the end of the soccer season to gain the player stats and use them in the game. That's dope. So like every year they could. So it's like NBA TopShot, but that cards actually having utility. That's insane.
Right. And that is like actually an example I was thinking about too, is that like NBA TopShot, the NBA licensed, obviously they've licensed their players and the likeness to NBA TopShot, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the NBA can't license its players for a crypto game.
The Players Association can partner outside of any association with the league. Yeah.
Right. And so just because the NBA is involved with TopShot doesn't mean that, we couldn't create a game around the players through the Players Association with NBA or, any other, league that, might already be seen somewhere in a blockchain. In fact, like those might be the leagues that are the most likely to be involved because they already understand blockchain.
Yeah, I think it's important to understand this difference between the Players Association and the actual league. So the Players Association definitely isn't the multi-billion-dollar, money generating machine that these leagues are, but it is the Players Association. They make own decisions and they have more flexibility and they have a lot of things they can do that are not as much red tape and stuff. So it's pretty dope. And they last longer too. Like the player doesn't come with like its jersey that they play for. It'll come with like a GLS jersey that has a number on it. And it won't have like the team names and stuff on it. So, whatever team that plays for whatever year, it doesn't matter. It's just that player. So that's pretty interesting too.
Nice.
White paper for Genesis League platform should be released in the next month or so, and that is something we will dive into on here, won't it be? I mean, I know Gank we'll dive into that.
Yeah, we will definitely be looking into that white paper. And I mean,
and we knew this was.
We're going to be. I mean, we're all going to be getting in on the ground floor of this game. If you guys have been listening to us and staking SPS, you are going to be a ground floor investor in this game. As SPS stakers, we are going to get airdropped, and
what's up, Zach?
This is the kind of the beginning of what we were talking about. This got pushed back a few months from when I originally thought, things were going to start to play out, but this is the beginning of, things starting to play out.